This is Perler beans art. People spend hours placing these tiny beans, one by one, to create characters, animals, food, and basically anything they can imagine. It's become really popular among young people in China, and it's even turned into a kind of social currency. At first, I didn't really get it, because why? Why would anyone spend hours arranging thousands of tiny beans on a board? So today, I decided to try it myself and find out. So first, you get a little tool kit. Then, you grab a board and a basket and go pick out all the colors you need. I want to make a little 小马 like this. So first, I need to find all the colors. For those who don't know, 小马 means little horse, and so I wanted to make one for my channel. The toolkit comes with a few things for handling the beans, including a pair of tweezers. You can place the beans in this tray, making them easier to pick up with the tweezers. Once everything's ready, you can start. This is my first time doing this, and the first thing I noticed was just how simple it is. You don't need much skills or creativity. You just pick up these little plastic beans and place them in the right spots according to the template. Then you do it again and again. I thought it would get really boring, but the repetition was actually pretty relaxing. For me, I spend every day doing creative work, which means I'm constantly thinking and making decisions. But here, I only have to repeat the same simple action over and over again. I barely have to think about anything. I even entered this weird state where I stopped wanting to check my phone. I didn't care about the time or how fast I was going. My mind was basically empty. I was just thinking about where to put the next bean. And more importantly, I could immediately see the result of what I was doing, and it was almost impossible to mess up. That felt surprisingly satisfying. So, if I break down what I just experienced, I think there were three interesting things going on. First, it keeps you focused. Second, it gives you an immediate sense of accomplishment. And third, you can actually show off the result. Put those three things together, and you get a really interesting form of emotional consumption. You spend very little money and get a continuous sense of satisfaction in return. I think that's a big part of why people are willing to spend hours making this. Look, I have already finished my first one. Now it's time to start the second. According to statistics, China's pillar bean industry was worth more than 600 million yuan in 2025, and is expected to reach around 1 billion yuan in 2026. That's still pretty small compared to many established consumer markets. But the growth has been incredibly fast. So, how did something as simple as a craft activity turn into a form of consumer culture? I think we can find the answer in what I just experienced. After finishing my first one, I naturally wanted to make a second one, then a third. I also started thinking about all the other characters I like and could make. And once I finished them, I could take pictures and send them to my friends or post them on social media. So, when you look at it this way, I'm not really buying a bunch of plastic beans anymore. I'm buying something I like and an interest that I can share with other people. And I think that might be how Perler beans slowly turn from a simple hobby into a consumer culture. It goes from I want to make something to I want to make something I like and then share it with other people. And if you noticed, I had already fallen into that circle myself while I'm making this. Of course, if you ask me whether I will do this again, I probably will, but I don't think I will spend an entire day or 4 or 5 hours doing it. Because after looking down for this long, my neck really hurts. Okay, so would you be willing to spend a few hours making this? Let me know in the comments. Alright, that's it for today's video. See you next time. Bye bye!